I'm Tanya Davis with Pure Pose Holy Yoga, and we're going to do a short video today. It's our second video. I had a request on how to engage the core properly during yoga, because yoga is so all about engaging our cores. And even in the inversions and things like that, people think with the inversions it's arm strength. Well, it's not. It's core and the idea of rooting down to rise up. So I want to go over that a little bit, and then I'd also like to talk about just a verse that came to me this week, and our big T truths in God, like not focusing on our little T truths that we make up ourselves, but really honing in on our big T truths that we're given in God. And there was a verse that was given to me that I wanted to read that just really just stood out as our big T truths in God. So I look up to the mountains. Does my strength come from mountains? No, my strength comes from God, who made heaven and earth and mountains. He won't let you stumble. Your guardian God won't fall asleep. So that's our big T truth, right? That we're not going to stumble, that we're not going to fall. No matter what this life may bring, no matter whether we sink, no matter whether we swim, it makes no difference when we're coming home, which is from Bethel Music, a song that I've fallen in love with. But it doesn't matter what happens in this world. We have peace in Him. No matter what happens outside of us, we stay peaceful. So that is the meditation for our mats this week. And let's talk a little bit about core engagement. So one of the things that we can talk about is the belly draw. So if you want to do this with me, go ahead and take a seat. You can place your hands on your knees or wherever you'd like. Draw up through the crown. Roll the shoulders across the back of the heart. And just take a deep breath in here and a breath out. In through the nose and out through the nose. Become aware of the belly button and then also of the lower belly. And the belly draw is going to be actually taking the belly button and the lower belly and trying to bring it together about an inch. So you're just taking that lower belly and the belly button and bringing it in about an inch. That is the belly draw. So taking kind of that pelvic floor and the belly button and drawing it together. That is the belly draw. Now there's something that you can add to this. There's different locks in yoga. One is called the root lock. And I'm sure a lot of you ladies have heard of Kegel exercises. So if you do one of those, so you're engaging like the perineum, and then you're also drawing the belly button and the lower belly together. That is another part of the belly draw or the root lock. So you can do those two, the root lock, which is like the Kegel exercises, and the belly draw together. So take that and then tighten up that space of the perineum, and then draw the belly button and the lower belly together. And then you can feel all of that come in center line. And that's what I like to say in my classes, basically, is to bring everything in center line. So drawing everything in towards the spinal cord or towards the center in Christ. Drawing everything in center line. Now we can take that and kind of bring it onto our mats. So if you want to come onto your mats, place your forearms down on the mat, stay on your knees, okay? And then what we're going to do here is we're going to do that belly draw. So engaging the core, pulling everything in center line, and we're going to just come down to our mats. And now as if a string is tied to the back of your rib cage, lift up from the back of the rib cage. So imagine just that string has drawn you up from the back of your rib cage, and then drop it back down. And you'll see when you do it that way, when you draw yourself up like a string is pulling you up from the back of your rib cage, that it'll keep your belly engaged the entire time that you do this. And this is something that you can just do at home. You can just do 10 of these up and 10 of these down, 3 sets of 10, if that's what you'd like. But you can see just when you make that intention of remembering that a string is tied to the back of your rib cage, drawing you up and letting you back down, it'll keep that belly and pelvic floor, everything tied in center line. And you can take that into a full vinyasa if you'd like. So you start with your sun salutation, forward fold, exhale, halfway up, inhale, exhale, walk it back to plank, inhale here, exhale, chaturanga, inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Now as if a string is tied to the back of the rib cage, you will turn the toes under and exhale, lift from the back of the rib cage all the way back to downward facing dog. So you're not just lifting the hips, but you're actually imagining as if a string is tied to the back of the rib cage, lifting you back to downward facing dog. And that's just another practice that you could do, going from plank into downward facing, back to plank, back to downward facing, back to plank. And do that 10 times, 3 sets of 10. So anyways, I hope that helped with some core engagement and a little meditation time on your mat. See y'all later.